Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. This is part 2 of whatever was going on in part 1. I'm still here with Sithe. It's still the same day actually. So yeah, we are just going to dive in and go into the questions as they are, or the way. Yeah,
as they are.
So question number 3. Guys, don't forget to comment on the comment section and tell us what you guys think and have those conversations with your friends and everyone. So question number 3, coming out. What is your take on coming out?
Out of way.
I was about to say, because I think I understand. So coming out in terms of sexual identity and how you identify as a person and all of those things.
Basically coming out to tell people that
I am transgender, I am gay,
I'm lesbian, I'm bisexual,
I'm pansexual,
I'm transsexual,
right, and all of those things.
Questioning. Wait, can you just come out and say you're questioning?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, my thing is, I've never believed in coming out.
Nigga, you had a crush in grade 2, so
I've never believed in coming out, and I understand people who come out. I'm not saying coming out is wrong. It's not wrong. You understand?
It really depends where the person's state of mind is.
Exactly,
at a point in time.
So there's this show that I really liked. Excuse me, Schitt's Creek. You know Schitt's Creek?
No.
Schitt's Creek. It's a very white show, but it's very nice. And when I watched this documentary, they said they wanted to make a gay character normal. You understand? Have you ever seen a gay character like question, or like literally a space where there was no discrimination and all of those things? Nobody was shocked that there's a gay guy and all of those things. And for me, it's not like I've lived in that space, but I've created myself to be in that space where I say I am a normal person. We understand. Not that like we said in the beginning, like sorry, can I ask, are you gay? Because they don't understand all of those things. Okay, and say, okay, sure, cool. This is what's going on because you want to know and all of those things. But I never believed in sitting people down and telling them what this is what's going on. However, I strongly believe there are some points or some instances where people have to sit other people down. For example, not even for example, because we need to have educational moments, because we discovered what a lot of people don't know what's going on. Sorry for that. It's a Sekaya. So yeah, there's gonna be noise everywhere.
But I think for me, before it even gets to the point of you are questioning yourself or wanting to come out to whoever that you want to come out to, it's always, because I feel like coming out is also directly linked to what is normal and what is abnormal or not normal.
Yeah.
Because the mere fact that you start thinking about wanting to come out, which means at the back of your mind, some way, you think whoever that you are is you are not a normal person.
Exactly.
Compared to other people. So I think that's where I would start. What is normal? How do we define normal? How do we define abnormal? Is it because do we define it as things that are acceptable in our communities, things that are not frowned upon, things that one wouldn't question should they happen? It could be anything really. I think people would say they would somehow what's the term? They would think of an abnormal behavior as rebellious, like more like a rebellious behavior, because you are going against what is deemed as normal in the community. And then when it comes to coming out, I personally do not believe in coming out. Okay, I now personally don't believe in coming out, simply because of where I come from as an individual. So my story, I'm just gonna be very brief. So I grew up Ekasi, and I grew up in I grew up in a setting where it was a very heteronormative society. It still is even now. But I think as Gikula, I got to realize that actually I'm not really living for the next person. It's all about me, and I need to do me every time. And for me it was a situation of, I think I needed to come out simply because I feel that I'm very different to my cousins. Because I used to compare myself a lot with the cousin that is older than mine, that is older than me, and I would do things that whenever I think of him, I don't see him doing. For instance, Uma would ask me to relax to a point where everyone at home, my family relaxes over it, and I was very young, guys. I was young as, I almost said young as. I was very young. I was very young, and I think I got to be a bit comfortable in varsity because in high school, I had my first boyfriend in high school, but I would just see him once. I was in grade 12.
That was back in like 2009?
2008.
Can you imagine people who understand and where we actually come from? At that time, it was very, not even frowned upon. It was something that never happened. Like gay guys back in 2009. No, it's starting now.
So that's what happened. And for me, being in a space that was very allowing, it was like varsity is very enabling. It allows you to be yourself. I mean, at UCT, there was I'm not too sure if there still is a Pink Week, like where there's like a closet, and then it's painted in pink,
really?
And then it's just like Jameson Plaza, Jameson Hall, and people just write whatever messages they want to write. If they want to go inside the closet, they go inside, and then they just come out, and then they live their life. But for me, I always passed. I never participated in that, simply because I think I was still trying to figure out ukuthi ngingubani. And I think it really became easier to maneuver when I met my two friends, and I was like, okay, no, I'm in this environment, and we got to talk more about our journeys. We come from similar backgrounds, and now it's just a matter of how do you navigate Cape Town. Cape Town is a very gay-friendly city that I feel one could ever think of. And then it was then a matter of the sudden and Nick, guess what I did? Hey guys, so this one night I decided to sit down, and then what's also called WhatsApp lab. Then I drafted a message, and then I sent to Abantu Basekai that I was close to, telling them, okay, this is who I am, via WhatsApp. So I came out to them via WhatsApp, and we'll never discuss that till today.
That's really cool.
That's but honestly, I don't really see the need to come out. You just need to live your life. Whoever wants to know will ask you, and you just
whoever wants to know, because they want to be educated in a lot of things. You understand? Konamanje, I remember I was not so long ago I was explaining to other people, because they do not understand the whole pronoun type of issue that's going on. I was like, why should people want to be called them, theirs, and all of those things? And I was like, okay, cool, let me teach you, because we really need to know about this thing. So if you get a chance to educate people, please do educate people.
And I also think even
LGBTQI,
is it not IQ? LGBTQIA+. Hey guys, man, I'm still confused there.
ZBQ,
But okay, yes, our community. I still believe Ugote, in as much as one could identify themselves as either of the letters on the spectrum, I still believe a lot of us are still misinformed about a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
internalized homophobia.
Internalized homophobia, exactly.
Yes.
For instance, I know I've also had internalized homophobia myself, because for some time I was like, I don't see myself dating umuntu who's feminine, someone
very feminine,
yes, exactly, who dresses up, who puts on makeup.
Don't want to see with. Don't want to be.
I don't even want to be seen with them in a public space. Yeah, well, and I think we also need to educate ourselves within our community. Yeah, well,
definitely,
because there are many misinformed people.
And you know what I would call those conversations? Grinder conversations.
Oh, the orange app.
No, it's because you see, from there you see a lot of homophobia, and it spreads out to
there's a lot of homophobia, there's a lot of body shaming, like, this. I feel like that's a topic for another day,
right?
Preference, or I don't know what I could compare it to. For instance, someone, I need like a slim, short, light in complexion, what, and the minute you text this person and then he sees that you do not tick any of the boxes, or you do not tick most of the boxes, and then the person blocks you.
Listen,
anyway,
okay. So I think we should pass this one that I put a star on, because I feel like it's quite broad,
yes.
And we promised to give you a video where we actually gonna talk about this thing, because okay, cool. Another question is, would you introduce your partner to your friends?
I definitely would. I don't have many friends. People tend to think I have many friends, actually. But for me, I'm one person who still believes that friendships are people that, like, you become friends with someone, or people that really value your presence or your existence, and vice versa. Not just this term of a friend to just simply because so I mean, I have a very small circle of friends. There are heterosexual friends, and then I also have friends in the community, and then also in the workspace. And I would introduce my person kubo bonke. Well, probably not because they are not really into my personal space. But other than that, I would introduce my partner to them.
I would. Like, good drama, we used to learn about liminality and space and all of those things. Like, between A and B, there's something going on. Between black and white, there's something going on. I think I am there. Only because there's a level of, should I say privacy? No, there's a level of authenticity that I need in my relationship that my friends do not possess or do not have the power over in my relationship.
All of your friends, or some of your friends?
I would say I wouldn't, because I know myself. I have a lot of different friends, and baningi, you understand. I would, in terms of just meeting, you understand.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I wouldn't, because I feel like there's some standards. But there's something, man, that I need to maintain. Yami no bay. You understand? Because now what happens is, I know there's going to be some of my friends that I tell them about some of the things that are happening. You understand? And listen, it's human. We are humans. We're humans. And I feel like we should understand this thing. We are curious beings. So automatically, when I tell you, this is what's happening with me and my partner, you would want to experience some of those things. You understand? Which is why I'm saying, we cannot run away from Umona. Each and every one of us has that ounce or nuance of Umona. We are
keep us going, guys.
Right? But now, I wouldn't say, I'm using a curiosity, because we are curious beings. So it's that thing you're going to, man, I would really want to.
But how about curiously,
I'm not sure besides or anything. It's dynamics, guys. I know you guys are gonna understand.
It is. But I think when you're taking it up a notch, where it's a situation of you discussing almost every nuance of your relationship with your friends. Mina, I personally would say, okay, guys, maybe they would have seen me with a person before.
Yeah.
And then chances are one or two or most of them would ask me, "Hi, boo, we've been seeing you with this person quite a number of times. Skip on." Yeah, but in as much as it's not really their business to know, but if Mina, I decide to tell them, I think there needs to be boundaries in every situationship, could be friendship, relationship that you find yourself in. And for me, it would stop Gopi lying into me now. Okay, no, yes, I'm seeing this person. But it ends there. I do not discuss any of the issues with any of my friends unless if I really want my friends to know. But those issues would not include any bedroom matters. Because it's none of their business.
Wait. Mina, my thing is, do you believe in energies and all of those things? Not saying everyone has bad energies or whatnot. I feel like there are boundaries. I have to set boundaries for myself. What is it that I tell my friends and all of those things? I wasn't really sure. The same thing with my partner. In as much as I really want my partner to have his friends and I have my friends, and then maybe we can have friends that we have together. But at the very same time, kubo bonke laba bantu, his friends, my friends, and the friends we have together, there has to be a boundary of or an energy that is just ours.
There should be. That's like a non-negotiable.
Exactly.
And I always try to run away from being friends with many people or being in a space where there's just a lot of people involved or there's a lot of people in it. Because as individuals, we have different personalities, and with those personalities also comes different energies.
Yeah, definitely.
So just as energies will somehow clash. And I like what you said about when setting boundaries for yourself first, before anybody else. I think there would be that would guide you to say, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do, this is what I can tell so and so, this is what I cannot tell so and so. And also, we tend to be very selfish when it comes to these things. We tend to set these boundaries for ourselves without involving the person that we are seeing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
See? And then I feel like it should be a conversation that one needs to have with Umut Atandana. I feel like it creates a platform for open communication about anything, so that we know, and most of these things are drawn from our personal experiences with abantu people who went behind our backs, trying to have sex with the people that we were seeing back then. And there's just a lot of fake energy involved in some of the cycles that we find ourselves in. And I think it's your responsibility to try and protect that energy.
Right? Because my problem is I really don't fake energies and all of those things. And my approach to everything in life is the fact that it's not always the fact that people know Guti they are fake or anything. Curiosity. We are just curious beings. People approach it I'm actually very curious about what's happening, that they end up not thinking about other people's feelings and whatnot. But okay, we're gonna come back to that sometime. And this is actually the last question that I have. Wait, this is the last question. Ooh. A lie you've told before, one of the biggest. I know I have one, because when I was writing this question down, when they asked me this question down, I really have one lie that makes me laugh.
I think for me, my life is pretty much centered around the person that I've become. The person that I've been for the longest of time, but have come to really understand much better recently. I think it's this question of meeting someone online, or someone approaches you, or you approach someone with the intention of getting to know the person better, or pursuing him in a way of maybe trying to be in a relationship with him or her. With her, yes, that as well. with with him. But and one of the biggest lies I've told is I'm very discreet. No one knows about me. No, I've never done anything with anyone Yasaba to be exposed. Meanwhile, nigga has been
as a Brooke Logan. Right. Well. I think it's very similar to mine. But Mina, I actually told some guys that I've been with a girl. That was the Ose is judging me, but it's okay.
I'm not judging you, but
and you know what's the funniest thing? Is the fact that I've maintained that lie for the rest of my life. I've been telling people like I've been with a girl. Yeah, sure. Thing is, they annoyed me. Yeah, I understand that they annoyed me, and I was like, yeah, I'm a very vocal person when it comes to sex talks and whatnot and all of those things. So be it I am with my friends who are males and heterosexual, or with my friends who are girls and heterosexual and all of those things. So I'm very vocal and I talk about those things, you understand? So at my advantage, I kind of like know what girls are about and what guys are about. So we're having that sex talk with these guys, and they treated me like I was nothing, and I told them like, okay, yeah, sure, let me show you what I actually know, and I kind of lied, and from there I've maintained that lie. So now, if I've ever told you that I've been with a girl, it was a lie. I actually hate vagina.
and yeah, I think that's the biggest lie I've told. I'm not really much of a lie, but at the same time, I don't think someone would ever admit to being the biggest lie around.
Oh well, I actually do lie a lot. Like my threads.
Really?
My threads. Okay, let me tell you, my threads.
Even the guitar one.
Oh no. No, my threads. Actually, my threads. Just know, Guti. Behind them, it's a true story. And then most of the things that happen are me being very spicy and being very bro. Okay, I feel like we are really running out of time. These videos are like, I don't want to say unnecessarily, but they're necessarily long.
But sorry to cut you to cut you. But can we? There's this thing that I've been dying to ask you. It could be the last question. It's fine. But how do you feel when someone introduces you as their gay friend? Like a heterosexual person introduces you as, okay, this is Nako, my gay friend. I fume.
Dude, wait!
I've actually blocked those people in my life.
Wait, no. This is me, ne? I don't understand. I love the fact that I've become a person who knows how to address things. You understand? And I know how to reprimand people and all of those things. I let you go on with it at that time. And then I'm going to call you out maybe later, and then I'm going to educate you. I think it goes with age, guys.
It certainly does.
It goes with age. Because it is really annoying when a person says, oh, hi, meet my gay friend. And I'm like...
Yeah, for me, I've never really seen the necessity of it. Simply because you can't be going around sharing your friends' sexuality or sexual orientation with them. It's fine. Not that one is hiding or one is in the closet, but if you're a friend, I'm never a person who says, oh no, this is my single friend, this is my married friend, this is my straight friend. A friend is a collective, however one identifies with, or how whoever identifies should be part of the umbrella term of a friend. The nuances do not really matter. You can't say, okay, this is a gay friend of mine. Like it why? For me, it has never really made sense. And I feel like it makes me question the intention of when even being my
You're
friends
using me as a teddy bear.
And unfortunately it's something that I've also observed or experienced with some of my heterosexual friends. Well, they don't do it anymore because I'm one person who calls people out.
Because
it gets to that point, especially if someone does it repeatedly.
Yeah.
But I'm in to be honest, I'm in a very good space now with the people that are very close to me, non-judgmental. You do find those who still like don't want to be seen with you because maybe they heard Uguti who say is gay, who say
Yeah.
but honestly, I mean, I don't let those things get to me simply because I'm a social being. Doesn't mean that when whoever that I socialize with, I do something with them, and it's one energy that I believe I shouldn't even what's the thing, entertain.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. For one of the things that here's an issue with Mina, it's educating people. You understand? It's educating people and telling people, Uguti, okay, now that what you did was wrong. This is how we do it. You understand?
And you need to also own your mistake, because if there's one thing that is very difficult for people to do is to admit their wrongs. It's very difficult
for all of us.
It's for all of us, yes. But I think it also comes with age. The more cooler, the more it becomes easier to really admit your wrongs and be open to be educated about things that you know little or nothing about.
Yeah, and also understanding yourself as a person. It's very important that as you evolve, you'll make sure that you understand yourself as a person, because I feel like it's very easy to understand other people if you know yourself.
Yeah.
With that being said, deuces, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell notification. Sithembiso Ndlovu,
Ahadi.
everyone.
Sisingin jalo.